Let me know you about how a manual transmission works. A manual transmission, also known as a manual gearbox or stick shift, is a mechanical device that allows a driver to control the power and torque delivered from the vehicle's engine to its wheels by manually selecting and engaging different gears. Let's delve into the details of how a manual transmission works. Input shaft and output shaft. The core components of a manual transmission are the input shaft and the output shaft. The input shaft is connected to the engine's crankshaft, which receives power from the engine. The output shaft is connected to the drive wheels of the vehicle. Gears. The transmission housing contains a set of gears that are mounted on both the input and output shafts. These gears are machined with specific teeth profiles that determine their size and shape. The gear ratio is crucial in determining how much power is delivered to the wheels for a given engine speed, RPM. Clutch. The clutch is a critical component of a manual transmission. It is located between the engine and the transmission and is connected to the input shaft. The clutch's primary purpose is to engage and disengage the engine from the transmission. When the clutch is engaged, power flows from the engine to the transmission and, ultimately, to the wheels. When the clutch is disengaged, power flow is interrupted. Clutch pedal. Inside the vehicle's cabin, there is a pedal known as the clutch pedal. When the driver depresses the clutch pedal, it disengages the clutch, allowing the engine to spin independently of the transmission. Synchronizers. Manual transmissions are equipped with synchronizers, also known as synchros, for each gear. These are cone-shaped components located between the gear and the collar. Their purpose is to match the speed of the gear and the input shaft before engagement, making gear shifts smoother and preventing grinding. Here's how a manual transmission works in practice when you shift gears. Starting in neutral. When the vehicle is at rest or idling, the transmission is in the neutral position. This means that no power is transmitted from the engine to the wheels, as the clutch is disengaged. Depressing the clutch. To engage a gear, the driver must depress the clutch pedal fully. This action disengages the engine from the transmission, allowing you to shift gears without grinding them. Selecting a gear. Using the gear lever, the driver selects the desired gear, which moves a selector fork to engage a specific gear on the output shaft. Synchronization. The synchronizer for the selected gear matches the gear's speed with the input shaft speed. Releasing the clutch. Once the gear is selected, the driver gradually releases the clutch pedal. As the clutch engages, it reconnects the engine to the transmission, and power is transmitted to the wheels through the selected gear. Power transfer. The selected gear determines the gear ratio, affecting the relationship between engine speed, RPM, and wheel speed. Lower gears provide more torque for acceleration, while higher gears are for maintaining higher speeds. Shifting. To change gears, the driver repeats the process of depressing the clutch pedal, selecting a new gear, synchronizing the gear's speed, and gradually releasing the clutch while managing throttle input. Reverse. To engage reverse, there is usually a separate mechanism or collar that must be lifted or pushed while selecting the reverse position. This prevents accidental shifting into reverse. The driver's skill lies in smoothly coordinating the clutch, gear selection, and throttle to ensure a seamless transfer of power and smooth gear changes. Proper maintenance and care, such as regular clutch adjustment and changing transmission fluid, are essential to keep a manual transmission in good working condition.